Did it work? Let me see. Let me do this actually. Um, nope, I don't want that. I forgot to put a trigger warning in the description, y'all. So just bear with me 1 second. I'm trying to. Let me pin that. God damn it. Let me see if that works. I normally use StreamYard, but I wanted to. I have my camera covered because of the subject matter. It does get kind of touchy, So I just prefer to leave it off for tough conversations. But I'm not going to be able to do this. We have some big things coming up. So I'm going to be essentially gagged. I won't be able to talk about it. So I figured that I had gotten a couple of emails with some questions and, I respond to them. But this is always really an easier, what's the word? Like medium, I guess you could say, for something like this. So I figured, what is going on here? Give me a second, guys. Something is up with I'm having technical difficulties. I don't know if you can even hear me. This is so weird. I don't know. You can hear me. Okay. How are you, Erin? I've been so busy with work, y'all. Between work and like the house and the things that I have going on, like outside of work, it's just been crazy busy. Crazy busy. I feel like today is like the first day I've had off, and I can't even tell you how long. So I haven't really like been around and like able to, like, I don't have a lot of free time. Is that more clear? Oh no, I'm sorry. I heard that there's good research there though these days. Was it is that what Justin Bieber had a neurological issue? I don't know if that's what it was. But I know that the research is, I'm sorry. I really haven't been around. Like, if you don't have my phone number, it's really hard to like, and I don't give my number out these days. Like, I feel like with my other number, I gave it out. So, like, it was like candy, right? Like, everybody got my phone number. But now I'm super guarded with it. So, everybody doesn't have it. So, I don't, that's why I made like the public Facebook and the public Instagram, because that's easy ways for people to get in touch with me. But the problem that I have now is if I'm logged into one, I don't get the messages from the other account. You know what I mean? Am I going to disappear? No, I'm not disappearing. I signed a contract for a docuseries about my boarding school. So essentially I won't be able to discuss it as freely as I was able to. It's called the shopping agreement. I don't know if anybody knows what that actually means, but essentially what it is the producer is taking it to different networks to sell the docuseries. So I won't be able to discuss it. And believe it or not, it's a really, people ask me a lot about it, right? I think that because it's such a hot button topic right now, HBO just Cinemax and HBO. I know that they're like just Max now, whatever. They also they just dropped another docuseries on the troubled teen industry. I forget what it's called. Where's my other phone? But so a lot of people are super curious, right? So I've done a lot of, can you believe that like what I do on the internet, I also do in real life, right? So the producer, got in touch with me, and then I had him reach out to other students to set up interviews with them as well. Imagine that. So I've just been like super busy, and honestly, like I come in from work. Hi, crazy life. How are you? I come in from work and I'm like dead to the world. Um, it's called. Hold on a second. It just came out like last week. Did you see it, My Crazy Life? I typically don't watch stuff like that because it's super triggering to me, to be honest. It's called Teen Torture Inc. It's on Cinemax. It just came out like last week. But I don't watch it. But whenever people like watch shows like that, they come and ask me questions, right? This specific one has a lot that, from what I've heard, it has a lot to do with Dr. Phil and his endorsement, I guess you could say, of the troubled teen industry, which is sick. I don't know how somebody that could be a doctor, right? And there's that too. I think that, yeah, he's a real piece of shit, huh? I think that I don't know if many people took time to read the description, right? Um, you know, for those of you, hi, for those of you that know who Merb is, I know there was some discussion in the video that I posted today, people asking who she was. Since I left the family, it has been a the narrative that she has. The narrative that she has told regarding the family school, right? That's on par for what most staff says, right? So I personally, I just want them all to be in a position, right, where everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? It started with the Times articles, right, where more people would pay attention. And then it was, the civil lawsuits, and that generated a little bit of buzz. And then the Paul indictment. The Paul indictment really changed a lot as far as like the town of Hancock and the locals go. Because for a long time, they believed that we were just these fucking criminals, right? Like there's no better way to put it. But now, once things started happening legally, they really couldn't get away from the abuse, right? Right, bad kids, we lied, we were disgruntled students, we're manipulators, that kind of stuff. You will hear that come out of every staff member's mouth. They all kind of say the same things publicly, right? We all know that privately they do some different polls. Trial was supposed to start in July, but they did reschedule it. It probably will not happen until 2025. But things like that, and the troubled teen industry in general has like a spotlight on it right now, right? So I think that it's good timing for the docuseries. I think that it's so hard because it's been so long that you would think, hello, Right. So what the poll thing does is it lends credibility to the things that we've been saying, right? Like this has been Family School Truth campaign launched in the early 2000s. Like this has been decades of us trying to get people to hear us, right? And I know I didn't realize it until I started doing like the digging about um like what was going on as far as calls that were made to the property or like the FOIA requests and the investigation and stuff like that, right? So it wasn't until I saw all that that I was just like I'm sorry, hold on. It wasn't until like I saw it all, right, that I was like, wow, like just the blatant negligence, right? But what it does is it gives us credibility, right? And I think that at this point, there's so many students that are from different eras, right? There are students from earlier times, later times. The one student that I have ever seen in the decades that I've been doing this say that he doesn't believe that there was abuse is crazy. Hi, Bitey Cat, right? Because even students that weren't physically abused still witnessed abuse, right? So if somebody is saying that there was no abuse, that's saying it for a reason, right? They are saying it for a reason. And I can't say that like if the staff would have been honest, right? Um, if I'd be so pissed off, right? Because I really do like accountability and responsibility. Personal responsibility really does go a long way with me. Now, would that mean that I'm excusing their actions? No, absolutely not, and certainly not Paul Gear, right? But the fact that they have continuously just denied any of it is what really makes me mad, right? And the producer is really he's a nice guy. This isn't necessarily his area of expertise, and I really like him. I've had several meetings with him, and I really think that to he's trying to get different perspectives, right? He wants to interview people from different eras. I am trying to get him in touch with the staff member that made the TikTok videos, and she triggered an investigation, right? Oh, so I'm sorry, let me get my chapstick. So I am a troubled teen industry survivor, um, meaning I went to a boarding school in the late 90s that was super abusive. In April, it was National Child Abuse Prevention Month. I decided that I would do a series on it. And um, as I started doing that, one of the abusers from my boarding school was arrested. He was arrested. I think it went public April 4th or April 5th. So I had just started the series on the boarding school. It wasn't something that I really talked about often until more recently, because the series of events was kind of crazy, right? I started the series. Then Paul got arrested. Then I did the interview with Brandy, Uncooked with Brandy. And then that night, I went into Merb's live and I asked her about Paul Gear, and she blocked me. And that kicked off me talking about Merb. And then I met a lot of people that I really hate the term hate communities because I don't see them that way. um I know what, like, the psychology, I guess you could say. Merb is Mommy's Ramblings blog. Oh, stop! Listen, what was she doing? So Merb is Mommy Ramblings blog, who is the wife of a staff member. Um, she is the wife of a staff member from my abusive boarding school. He worked there for 13 years, and some of the people that are here in this chat have questions. Merb and her husband about the abuse that we went through at the school, and she had denied it for a few years, until she blocked me, and then I started making videos addressing her, and then I found out all these people had been talking to her about the school, and she had been denying the abuse for so long, and that's how we wound up here. I don't think that I shook my head. I don't think there's ever been a video that I have shaken my head more than I found that interview was mortifying. The secondhand embarrassment that I felt for her was wild. Yeah. So Amy, I think that's how you say it, Amy. I did this live because people tend to have a lot of questions about it, especially when new documentaries come out, and trouble. What did I say the name of it was? Um, ah, Hold on, I'll get it again. Teen Torture Inc. It's on Max. It just started last week. But when stuff like that happens, because people know that I'm a troubled teen industry survivor, they always ask me a lot of questions. And I signed a shopping agreement with a producer and his production company to make a docuseries about it. So I'm not going to be able to talk about it publicly. Oh no, I know, right? And I'm sorry. See, it's really crazy. You're good, held to the no. It's really crazy to me how it's just like a foreign concept to me. Like, I can't imagine being a staff member at the school, and they are conscious of the damage they cause, certainly, right? There you go. Okay. Have fun. Like, they have to be conscious of it. And the fact that they intentionally lie about it is what makes me believe that they are fully aware of what they've done. You know what I mean? I think that if they weren't aware of it, wouldn't they admit it easier? Held to the no. How is your court case got? So held to the no in the chat, Amy, is she's in court with Merb right now because Merb doesn't understand fair use laws, and she falsely copyright struck Held to the No's channel, and Held to the No took her to court over it. It's a fun ride. Held to the No has a lot about Merb on her channel if you want to, like, see the history of it. Heidi, that could be true, but like, and I do this often, y'all, and I've been recognizing it more and more. Good, I'm glad. I've been recognizing it more and more where I have this thing where up until, like, I got on TikTok, right? I really thought that, like, everybody was just walking around self-aware, right? And then I got on TikTok, and it's like one after the next. I am just mind blown at the lack of people, like, that they're not self-aware. It's crazy to me. Oh God. See, I didn't watch it all. I honestly, like, I was doing laundry, and I saw, was it Florida Gray was live last night, but I passed out in seconds. So I just heard it being talked about, like, seconds, and then I fell asleep. And I meant to go back and watch it today. So while I was doing laundry, I was just listening to it, and I could tell you how far I got into it, but I was legitimately like rolling my eyes. Hi, Sandy. Like, I can't believe that there are people that walk around this far out of touch with reality, and they're not like in a mental institution, because it seems to be all I encounter. And maybe it's because there's no excuse, actually, because I am in so many different areas at this point. Like, I started with Miss Ashy Cat. Like, that's how I started, and I normally dabble in like different sides. It's generally like scammers or liars or total frauds like Jessica Kent or Izzy White, right? Like, and it's crazy to me how it's so many different areas, and I swear I am never, like, they never cease to amaze me. It truly is fucking crazy. It is crazy. Trash Rat? Who's Trash Rat? Am I missing who it is? Oh, you're good. You're good. I'm not going to stay on long. I was off today, and it was like I had so much to do. Oh my God, you're right. You're right. Oh, gotcha. You're right, Florida Gray Lady. That's crazy. I would like to see her receipts. Has she ever shown receipts for the legal funds? I wonder. I wonder. Got right. I got you. I normally so I really don't, like, Izzy White is a total scammer, but his days are numbered. So like I eased back on that a lot. Jessica Kent is a whole fraud, so I really don't pay her much any minds because I think that more people know about her now. Oh my God, it is crazy. Um, but Lisa, I don't know if y'all know who Lisa is, but the other night I was going to bed, right? And I opened YouTube, and she was raging, y'all. And that was just it for me. I was like, the entitlement is insane. Like, and like I said, like, I never thought in a million years that I would say this, right? And if you know me for a while, um, then you know that, like, this pains me to say, right? I never thought that I would see somebody worse than Miss Ashy Cat. Okay. And Lisa legit she makes Ashley look like a fucking angel. An angel. I was mind blown at the audacity that this girl has to think that people on the internet need to be sending her DoorDash money every day. It's got to become engaged. So I spoke to a couple of people about her, because it's the false pretenses that'll get her hung up, right? Raising money for her son that died of cancer, which is atrocious to say. Absolutely. Listen, do not get it twisted. I am not. I got into it with fucking Wendy in my comments the other day, actually, over Ashley, because I said absolutely not. Like, mm-mm. But as far, Ashley at least had a job, right? Ashley at least attempted to provide a service, right? Lisa just expects to go live and have people DoorDash her food every day. The video that I made about her this morning, literally, do you think that people think that you're eating $60 to $90 in food a day and you've lost? She has lost a tremendous amount of weight lately. it's unfortunate, but it's the entitlement for me. You know, like, who do you think you are? And listen, I understand. That's the live that I'm actually talking about, Heidi. It made me so mad. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Right? Like, so I generally, I generally like, Goose, I'm saying, right? And like, listen, look at her. Look at the amount of weight that she's lost. She's not fucking door dashing anything but a goddamn crack rock, bro. Like, you can't be serious. But like, I can respect a hustle, right? That's not a hustle. That's you expecting people to pay for your habit. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but like, listen, my crazy life, I was so mad. She said that somebody didn't send her. Hi. She said somebody didn't send her a grocery order, right? And I'm looking at the fucking receipt with her address on it, right? Somebody else messaged me, emailed me yesterday. They sent me proof of her. I actually got to track down the live. I just haven't had the time. They sent her a $10 cash app. She turns around on the live and says, "Thank you for the dollar." But the girl sent proof it was a $10 cash app. So I think that she makes more money than she leads on. And then she blocks those people so that they can't say anything in the chat. So you're grateful. You're not grateful. You're not grateful. Hi, Brandy. Fancy is a fucking nut job, dude. She's a whole nut job. A whole nut job. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I was doing so good minding my own business, right? For a while, I just minded my own business. Yeah, it's sick. And like, you would think that, facts, Goose, you would think that like I'm grateful. Hi, Mel Rocca. I'm grateful for people that have helped me when I needed help, right? Not Lisa. And I would never in a fucking million years. This is what I don't understand about her, to be honest. I don't know how it hasn't caught up to her yet, because this has been going on for a long time, right? She said that her son was dying of brain cancer, right? Then she said her daughter got murdered in a Baltimore bando, right? Then she says she's an RN out of work that spent her savings and her 401k. It's got to be, people aren't getting to the right people. That's why. All of those videos should be given to like the attorney general of Pittsburgh, because there's no way. All of the proof is there. I do think that she also gets away because she uses other people's cash apps. Right. Yeah, an RN. Crazy. It's crazy. And like, sometimes, right? For those that don't know, I'm an addict, right? And I try to go back to like being an active addiction. And I would never, I wouldn't put myself on camera and literally give you the evidence that you need to put me in prison. Like, what are you doing? And you know the people in her neighborhood hate her. My crazy life, did you see the video of her apartment before they took her son? I have never in my life seen such an atrocious apartment, and her kid was living there. I know. When I was in active addiction, you could have eaten off my floors, especially crack. Are you kidding me? So like, I just can't wrap my head around it. And not just that, she has lost all of her kids, right? And I don't know if y'all have like, I feel sorry for her dog. It makes me sad to even think about. You hear the cats yelling. It makes me, right. That's what I'm saying. My crazy life. That was me. Like I would be cleaning my grout with a toothbrush. But this woman, like when you lose custody, right? When your child is removed from like your home with CPS, a clock starts ticking, baby, right? If you don't start making moves, they're going to terminate her rights, right? And I don't know why, but my gut is telling me that something's off with the pregnancy, right? It's crazy to me. And Kendall, you hear the cats yelling in her recent lives, like you hear them yelling, and I'm like, oh my God. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I wouldn't go outside if I was her. Look at the fucking ruckus she causes on the internet. You think that the people that live in the fucking hood, you think that they like her there? Because I can guarantee you, those people are pissed off that she's bringing all the heat. Hi, Black Dove. How are you feeling? Oh my God. I know. Same. It's unfortunate. I did hear, I don't know for sure, so don't quote me, but I did hear that she got the dogs. Somebody sent her money to get them fixed. But like, can you imagine hopping on the internet and like you're you're not even a grown ass woman, right? You're a grown ass woman with like grown children, and you're on the internet making people support you. It's crazy. No, Mel Rocker. I wonder if they know how much they're fucking looked at because of her. They have to know, right? Everybody that she uses right, like she's gotta be. And not just that, but the cash apps. People are sending cash apps to drug dealers. What are y'all doing? It is crazy. Oh, see, oh, good. Do you feel better? I know it's weeks. My mom was on them for weeks. It is crazy. It is crazy. Oh, wow. Has anybody ever contacted animal control? Listen, Venus, I cannot imagine, right? And listen, I understand that she's all over the internet at this point. To me, there's no excuse for anybody I wouldn't be giving her nothing at this point, right? Not the groceries, because you know she's lying, right? And then if you give her groceries, she's just gonna buy, like she's gonna figure it out. Addicts are very resourceful, right? See, I will not give, listen, I will give an active addict food. I will not give them money. I will never do it, right? But I feel like at this point, even the groceries, she doesn't need, and it's not even grateful for it. And I hate that, like, the people that are trying to help her, like, I do think that yeah, that's what we got sidetracked. I do think that people, they're just kind people, and they genuinely think they're helping her. You know what I'm saying? And it's so unfortunate. Oh my God. I saw a live from, I think, last week, and her eyes were bulging out of her head. I was like, oh my God. Not only just supported by society, but she expects it, right? Like she expects every day. And think about this, because I heard her say it in a recent live. My friends that help me all the time. I know that's right, Goose. Like, so you got the same people, you're bleeding them. Like, it's the same people sending you money every day. How much do you think that you can? She does way more. And that's what I'm saying, Mel Rocca. That is what makes me like, what in the fuck? I came across a video the other day of a lady, and I reposted her video because she said she just came across her FYP. She sent her money and it came up as a fraud. She got a fraud alert. She posted a video about it. Yeah, no, it's crazy, Heidi. Knowing that she gets, if anybody doesn't follow the channel Frauded or Reaper, she posted a video today, and the screenshot is in there. She got her food stamps on July 1st. 1000%. So she gets $500 a month in food stamps, clearly sells them to the dope boy, right? And then gets on the internet. It's crazy to me. I can't believe it's gone on this long because it's been forever. And I don't know about y'all, but pictures of my apartment, if I was Lisa, let's just hypothetical, right? If I was Lisa and those pictures of my apartment got out on the fucking internet, you would never see my face again. That's what's so fucking crazy to me, right? Is like these people that do this kind of stuff, they feel no embarrassment. None. No, same. Hate the judgment. Same. That's what pissed me off. And that's when I started, like I made that video, because I was just mind blown at the audacity to be sitting there eating a popsicle and saying you're starving to death. You're starving to death? You're starving to death? Tracy, trust me, I get it, right? I've had to put up boundaries because somebody I love is very much stuck in active addiction. But guess what? I will not enable. Like I'm pretty tough on the enabling, right? I'm heavy on I'll love you from over here, right? The fact, hate the judgment, I would say, listen, John and I went to a wedding in September 2017. We looked like death. We had probably been up for 2 fucking weeks, right? And I went to my cousin's wedding, and still to this day, I hid from the camera. I do not. That's what's hysterical about people. Oh, she's still in active addiction. Listen, you would never see my fucking face because I'm not stupid enough to get on the fucking internet and give everybody that proof. It's crazy, but we didn't eat for weeks, legitimately weeks. So I don't understand. And you could see the weight loss, right? I know. So Molly, I saw something. I don't know if it was today. It could have been today. Hi, where she said something along the lines of, my friends will make sure I eat. What? Yeah, that happens early in sobriety, though. She is on methadone. I think that was the problem on Sunday, actually, right? Because she was live. Oh my God, you did what? Oh my goodness. I heard about it, but I didn't see the proof, so I didn't say anything about it. You're not stupid. Listen, I don't fault people for coming across and thinking they're doing the right thing, right? Do I believe that the proof is all out there? Yes, but unfortunately, who's going to do the research if something comes up on your FYP? You know what I mean? But I did hear that. I did hear that there was somebody, and that's why she wasn't on yesterday. Can somebody drop my email in the chat if you want to send it to me? Right, and that's what's the thing, right? Like, she counts on these people. Well, so hate the judgment. When I was on methadone, I never got, I would sell my take homes. Yep. And that's what I think happened on Sunday. And that's why she was sniffing, right? She was sniffing, her nose was running, and she was super agitated, right? I believe she sold her Sunday bottle, and this is what happens. But I only got when I was on methadone, it was years ago, so you know, um I was on methadone and I would get monitor urine every 3 months. So well, like I continued using because while I was on methadone, I only switched my DOC to benzos. You know what I'm saying? So I would just store pee. It was a thing. And I knew other people that did it. So it's not unheard of. Correct, Heidi. Correct. Um, so yeah, and that's another thing too, right? Um, you, Angela, it's not, you gotta look into it before you do, because listen, there are people online that do need help for genuine reasons, right? There's a woman, I just duetted her video on TikTok. She needs a kidney. Her husband is in end stage renal failure, right? So I duetted her TikTok. Like people like that, people where like it's genuine help, right? Because listen, I do understand that TikTok does have the ability to do great things, right? Unfortunately, um, it comes with the bad as well, right? Yeah, it's not you, right? And it's unfortunate, right? And just you know better. When you know better, you do better, and I'm a firm believer in that, right? And you didn't know, now you know. um I do think that it is getting more difficult for Lisa to get money, right? um so it's unfortunate. But if you can, you email, thank you, can you email that receipt? Because if people know that she got that much money, that might open some people's eyes, right? Because why is she online begging if you just got that kind of money, right? Yeah, it's crazy. I'm sorry, my crazy life. Oh, thank you. So that's what my clinic did as well, right? If you piss dirty X amount of times, you would get kicked out. You know what I mean? I do. Listen, I get it, right? I understand that it's really hard, especially for people that have been in really hard situations. Like my comment section is full of people that are saying, I have this situation and I would never get on here. And like she makes it hard for the people that do need help. And that's true, right? Because like honestly, there are people on TikTok. I get emails all the time, right? Um, one of the girls that has followed me legitimately since my first TikTok account, she passed away, right? And she's got two kids that need help. But then you got people like fucking Lisa that make it harder for people like Heather's family to get help, right? It's really unfortunate because there are people that could really use help, right? Um, right. And see, I don't know much about it. Um, okay, hold on. But I do know that people do, it's unfortunate. I got it. Oh my gosh. It's the Justin, or is all of it her? Oh boy. I did see somebody, Florida, she posted something. Oh my goodness. Are they still open? Can you report them? Oh my God, multiple times a day? Y'all, I'm just going through. Yeah, I got them all. So, I see May 25th, May 26th, May 26th, May 27th. No way. This is crazy. No, no, no. I know. I know. May 25th. Oh, I see. You sent two at the same time. I got them. That's crazy. Can you, I don't know where you live, or I don't know if you could email it to me, but maybe can you file a police report or file an IC3 report with these? Oh my, and she would inbox you, right? Oh, I might be a newbie to Lisa, but I am definitely not a newbie, but thank you. Because somebody else is in my, I don't want to say TikTok DMs, in my email saying that, that she would inbox them asking for money. And you know what's fucked up about the inbox is you don't know how many people she's getting that way. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. You know what I'm saying? She could be messaging 10 people in the inbox saying, telling them all she's got to do is copy paste and then the Cash App goes off. Right. I would file an IC3 report. If you need her address, she's got to make a decent amount because she's still fucking doing it, right? And I don't know about y'all, but in active addiction, if my hustle wasn't maintaining my habit, I would find a different hustle, right? Man. I see it was from May too, so it was back before everything was plastered all over the place, you know? She definitely makes what she needs and then some, right? And I think it's like another, I'll say this. Anyone that I know, right? We'll use Izzy White as an example, but again, he's extreme, right? He had $250,000 sitting in Cash App. Okay. When we started calling him out last August, he had $250,000 sitting in Cash App after he begged on TikTok, dry begged on TikTok for a down payment on his house that TikTok gave him. Inked Plumber and Zach raised almost 30 grand for him as a deposit for his house. See, Puda, I don't know why TikTok does an IP ban, but I would have met those qualifications, right? Because did I violate community guidelines? Yes, right? Did I do it for good reasons? Also, yes. But I have banned 60 TikTok accounts, right? So I could see both sides of it, right? I will say that I have gotten much better in my old age because I used to ban 6 accounts a day. There is absolutely no fucking reason why she does not get up and work. None. There is no reason, right? Well, so Angela, I tried to retire. I was kind of tired of it, but so let me just make this clear because there was somebody in my comment section, super pressed about how I said I'd never be involved with anything that had to do with Ashy Cat. If you're gonna quote me, baby, quote me right. I said I will never go back and forth with anyone on TikTok, and I won't. If I am reacting to somebody, I'm reacting to be the nail in their coffin, right? So Beanie Mama, I'm still waiting for an apology for calling me a fucking pedophile, you weird bitch. I know, it's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. Right. Well, because so I think that the majority of us understand that we're adults, right? And if we want something, we're gonna have to do it, right? I can't believe that her drug dealer allows her to do that. And y'all gotta, I would be so concerned so what I do know, this is what I do know. Cash App is very well aware, right? And that's why they're getting shut down quick now, because as soon as she verifies with her ID, right, they know it's her, right? And they shut it down. I did. But here's the thing, right? I don't know who in here has experience with drug dealers, right? But they're all kind of like that anyway. But there's no fucking way that any smart dealer wouldn't touch her with a 10-foot pole, okay? Not a 10-foot pole, because they know that she is a walking liability. You know what I'm saying? Because I cannot imagine, like, any of the drug dealers that I've interacted with, especially ones that were like super high up on the totem pole. Nah, Lisa would be a liability. Nobody would mess with her, because, like we said, she's got to make the block hot, right? Yeah, it's been a long time, y'all. I know it's been a long time. Not seriously, like, what are they doing? And listen, I understand that people get greedy, and I'm sure that Lisa is a very good customer, but is it worth your freedom? Because I'm sorry, but from where, like, I really do have the mindset that everything always comes out, right? Right. Right. They have to, Melrocca. Right. It's what I'm saying. It's the craziest thing. Right. Right. It's crazy to me. She might be. Foyas, I typically, I cringed this morning when I mentioned her daughter, right? She did not reply, and I will read the email if you want me to. I cringed when I mentioned her daughter in the video today, because I really do try to, she's still her kid, right? She's still her kid. But she is super active in this situation, right? So it makes me uncomfortable, right? But yeah, I can't. She's a part of it, right? So unfortunately, it had to come up. Oh, you're in Maine? One of my besties was just a mayor. He's done with his term, but for Maine, in Maine. Yeah, it's unfortunately. I know she's an adult, but my kids are adults too, Flyers, right? So I get mad when people bring my kids into it. However, I've always kept my children separate from this, right? I've always shielded my kids from what I do on the internet, right? So it's a little different. I don't have my kids in my chat. I don't have my kids participating in a scam, right? It's very different. It's very different. I have heard that. I really hope that's not the case. No, hate the judgment. Mine either. Mine either. No, ever. I've heard that, and here's the. But I agree, Dodge. Here's the truth of it, right? If Abby is pregnant, that kid will never go into the house as long as Lisa lives there, right? That will never happen. It will not, even if she's not using, right? That kid will not be allowed to live with Lisa. When CPS removes a child, right, which Lisa's children were removed, that person, it will never happen. I agree, Fayez, I agree. So back to my email. I emailed her about a week or two ago, right? Because I typically like to attempt some type of resolution, interaction. No, not at all. She actually ignored me until after, get this. She ignored me until after I made the first couple of videos, which is interesting, right? But I did try. I did try, because I really don't want to just come out of left field and start running my mouth, right? That may be true, Heidi. I don't know, I don't know. It's not necessarily and you know what I find super sad is if anybody has emailed Lisa, okay, the picture that she has on her Google account it's sad, right? It's really sad because she was almost like pretty, right? Like it's super unfortunate that she doesn't see what she's doing. But from what I've heard, right? It's been this way a long time, right? So I emailed her on June 29th. That's when I sent the first email. I said, hey, the subject said, please read. I said, hey, Lisa, my name is Margaret. People call me the queen of being banned or your favorite villain. I've been seeing a lot of people repost your lives, and I thought I would reach out to you directly and offer you help. I know it's hard to see your way out of addiction when you're in the grips of it, but I can promise you that if I can get sober, anyone can. I couldn't keep a rig out of my arm for an hour, let alone years. I had a period where I couldn't see my kids either, and that was one of several events that backed me into a corner and had me get sober. I recognize the judge that mandated me to inpatient treatment saved my life, and I will always be grateful for that. The courts are not going to allow you to continue the way you are. You won't have much longer to prove that you are capable and restore your rights. I know it's hard when you feel like the whole world is against you, but I will tell you the same thing I told Miss Ashy Cat. Getting clean will have all of your haters turn to supporters. People love a good comeback story, but you have to put the work in. If getting sober was easy, no one would be addicts. I let the shame of not being able to see my kids control my life and used it as a reason to continue to use. Today, my kids are proud of my sobriety and our relationship is better than ever. You can get there too. Let me help you. I know a lot of people in the treatment industry, and I will help you I will help you do whatever you need to do as long as it involves taking steps to get clean. You have my email. If you're ready, I will do everything I can to help you, but I won't fight with somebody's addiction. It's Lisa that needs to come back, not the addiction. Whatever part of you that you nurture is the part of you that will get stronger. It's time to make Lisa strong and make your kids proud of you. She didn't respond. July 9th, I sent another email. Lisa, can't you see it isn't getting any better? It will only continue to get worse. Let me help you. Then I saw the live with the popsicle and her fucking raging, right? I said, Lisa, July 15th. Lisa, it's over. Get help. I have the screenshots of the deliveries to your house. You should ask about me once I get involved. Things tend to change. Take my offer and get yourself some help. The internet isn't going to support you any longer. She responded back after I posted and said, not scared of you, weirdo. So I respond and I said, you may want to get familiar with my name. Something tells me you'll be hearing it a lot. And that was it. Yeah, thank you. Right? I hate the judgment. So I was just talking to somebody about that today, right? I don't know who knows and who doesn't know. My ex-fiance that I was with for 8 years is still very much in the grips of an addiction, right? And his relapse was the end of our relationship. Hi, how are you, Crimson? His relapse was when he relapsed, it was the beginning of the end, I should say, of our relationship. And he is still very much stuck in that active addiction cycle, right? But I live in Florida, for anybody that doesn't know. Okay, good. I live in Florida, but I've been in Jersey since last May because my mom was fighting cancer, right? I promised my mom that I would stay 3 months after she passed because my siblings are 19 and 20 and now they have no parents. So I promised my mom that I would stay 3 months and I was supposed to go back to Florida, but some things came up here that I have to take care of still. So I'm still in Jersey, right? But he relapsed in January of 2023, right? After 5.5 years of sobriety, okay, I picked up and I used in March of 2023, and I overdosed, right? And I changed everything, right? I was off of Suboxone. It took me a fucking year, damn near a year, to taper, right? Because I had tried to do it too fast and I got super sick. So I slowed it down, I stretched it out, and it took me almost a year. I was damn near off when I relapsed. No, I have the camera covered because it was supposed to be a different topic. I went back up to 16 milligrams a day. I tried to reset my mind, right? But I knew that I was that staying in the situation that I was in Florida was not going to be conducive. And to me, like, I already lived that life, right? I know what I don't want, right? I know 1000% who I don't want to be as a human, as a mother, as a sister, as a friend. That is not what I want, right? I'm going to check it right now. Crimson, are you going to record it? Hi. Where is she live? Oh, I got it.
When you did it first, so you get pinned, boo-boo.
I'm going to report her.
I'm going to pick somebody every time to, oh gosh, thank you guys. You guys are awesome. I scrolled a whole line of Lisa.
Oh, she's high as fuck, y'all.
The only reason I have the filter on is because if I turn it off, it's this blue nasty color, guys. It's not.
Has anybody ever heard of that?
Easy, I promise.
Can you hear her?
I turned it off before.
I know, I've been reporting her. You know what I've been hitting her with? Sexual activity, because she mentions PP.
Yes, Prissy, I see you.
But I've never heard of a broken camera. I agree, Samantha. I agree. We just got to get, yeah, probably right. Right. Hit her with sexuality, I think. Hold on, I'll tell you right now, because as soon as I hear her say it, I report. There we go. Hold on. I'll tell you what it is that I hit her with. Sexually explicit content.
Like I said, I wanted to just come on earlier and tell you guys honestly that I was okay. I didn't want you guys to worry.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't ever want
I'd hit it with that.
Anybody. Love Lisa OX Adidas 34. Good job. If you seek Amy.
Yeah, it's coming.
Hold on.
That's what. So here's the thing, right, y'all? I'm a very firm believer in karma sees everything, right? There's no escaping karma. She has no expiration date. She always comes to collect, right? It's unfortunate that, oh, she's going to go ham, y'all. The chat's going nuts. Scamming for drugs, report Cash App. Yeah, she's going to go nuts. So here's the thing. It's unraveling fast because the train is coming to a halt. I would absolutely. I think that you can also hit the comments for your blocked. Oh, I'm sure. So TikTok's caps blocks at 10K. Oh. That's so unfortunate, but from what I hear, he is better off. It's really sad, right? And I've heard lives where can you imagine if your mom acted like this on the internet? I don't know. And I know, listen, trust me, it pains me. I used to think that I would never see anybody worse than Ashley. But Ashley at least attempted to work and provide a service, right? And this girl just expects everybody else to pay her way, which is wild. Yeah, I would report the Cash App. I would chat with Cash App. If anybody in here has sent her money, I would chat directly with Cash App and hi Chrissy and tell them about it. That's what I would do.
Okay, it's on Do Not Disturb right now on my phone.
That's what I would do. Yeah, I would chat with them with the help. All right, so before I get off topic, well, we've been off topic all the way, but if anybody has any questions regarding the family school, which this live was supposed to be about, you better ask them because I can't talk about it after tonight. If anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, oh boy, she's gonna yell, dude. The Breaking Code Silence playlist explains a lot of it, and my About Me section has my email. So if anybody wants to ask any questions, you'd have to do it privately. I won't be able to discuss it publicly. Oh, Mel Rocca, I signed a shopping agreement with the production company, and we're going to start working on a docu-series about my boarding school. So I won't be able to discuss it publicly. I by the production company, I don't think so. So hate the judgment. I'm gonna turn her off so I can focus. My phone's the feds, the statute of limitations makes it super difficult, but I'm so grateful the feds that are working on prosecuting the one abuser that is in prison, jail, really, they're working on it, right? I know that they've interviewed other victims of sexual assault, and they're trying to put the pieces together, but the statute of limitations makes it difficult, right? Irene, in a perfect world, I think that they all should be in prison, right? Because they all abused children, whether they did it with their hands or they were complicit in the abuse by watching, being mandated reporters and not reporting, right? I personally think they should all be in prison, right? Unfortunately, I don't make the rules, right? And we have to abide by certain laws. I can't really, I'm so glad that we've gotten to, it feels like, I talk about it in the description, right, of this live, where for so many years we were stifled and silenced, right? And being on the other side where now we don't have to scream and we still get heard. Does that make sense? So I'm glad that we're on the other side of things and not it was an uphill climb, right? And now we just get back to hang out. We just get back to sit back and hang out, if that makes sense. But I know there are a lot of new people that have followed me, and they really don't know that side of it, right? And I apologize for those that followed me for one creator or another. You get a mixed bag here. You know what I mean? You get what I come across and want to bitch about. Right. So it's been, after Paul got arrested, it was hard for a few weeks because it just came with so much up and down, and other students who were sexually assaulted and are not listed in in the case, right? It kicked up a lot of stuff for them, right? So it's been a long ride, but I do have a feeling that it is only going to be up from here. Yes, there you go. I'm like a mixed bag of like Skittles. You know what I mean? But the frozen ones, the freeze dried ones, the good ones. Because I'm just all over the place these days. However, the family school, the boarding school topic is one that I will have to leave alone for now, right? So I just wanted to do this live to answer any questions or things that people may have heard and wanted to double check before they spoke about it publicly. I just won't be able to speak about it publicly, you know? But I hope everybody has a good night. I just got informed that I have another day off tomorrow. So I'm going to fucking enjoy that because I did a lot of catching up today on things that like I didn't, I haven't gotten done because I've just been coming home from work and fucking passing out. But so that's what we don't know. It's being shopped, right? So the shopping agreement, I don't know anything about production and any of that stuff. So the production company, it's weird to see my name next to like talent or like artist, right? Because I'm not a talent, I'm not an artist. I'm just a person with a story, right? But they are developing the series and then they develop the series and shop it to networks. So I signed the contract and I won't be able to. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I really don't get nervous about like things like, but this is different. Same, Chrissy. I can't even tell you the last time I watched anything on TV. Oh, I'm sorry. I lied. Transcripts gave me HBO Max login, which is how I found the new series about the troubled teen industry. And I caught up on House of Dragons. Oh, listen, they could be as heated as they want to. But I don't know about y'all, but do you notice that, like, so just so we're clear, the Mog Hater Club has had, like, members drop and new members added, right? So there are some retired members of the Mog Hater Club. Good for them. Not mad about it, right? However, the Mog Hater Club, why are they all still in the same position, right? Meanwhile, granted, the last year of my life has been the hardest year of my life, but it has just gotten better in a lot of different ways, right? So they could be as mad as they want. It's only up from here, right? I hope everybody has a good night. I'm sorry that we got so distracted with Lisa talk, and I will see y'all soon.